My name is Ray, and my partner name is Jay, and we are land investors. In less than 3 years, the land business has changed our lives in ways we can only imagine. We want to show you how to do the same exact thing we did to change our family's future forever, just as you can for yours.
Welcome to Land and Legacy. My name is Jay.
My name is Ray.
And we are the Acre Boys.
Once again, we're blessed to have our partner in crime with us, Cardigan Harris.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, everybody. Pleasure to be here. Excited, moving forward. Like I said, I'm boots on the ground, 10 toes down. I'm running full speed with these brothers.
So today we wanted to talk about a topic that was labeled the fear of investing in yourself.
That's right.
Or the fear of spending money.
And let's just talk about it. I think, the number one reason why people fear investing in themselves because they're not secure with the teachers, number one, or maybe they've had other experiences in their life that have, they tried other programs or whatever it may be and not worked out the way that they wanted it to work out. So, there's definitely something, when someone tells me that, when we're talking about any kind of education, which is going to bring you further than where you were before, my thing, what I'm always going to say to people is, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. You can go ahead and you can go to school. There's plenty of other avenues as far as education is concerned. But the major thing is we have the money to spend in our community. We are the number one consumer than any other racial ethnicity in the world. The number one consumer. We spend trillions of dollars, but the question is, what do we spend it on? Yeah. Most of the times we're spending this money on things that are not conducive to ourselves, that are not helping us learn, that are not helping us grow. We know about all the fashion, everything else that's going on, but at the end of the day, we're making everyone else rich except ourselves. Now, once we understand what we're doing in the dynamic of how education can actually change your future. It doesn't have to be school. It could be a course, it could be a mentor, whatever the case may be. But this fear that we have in our community about not spending money on education is something we have to eradicate really fast, because you're not going to go any further. You have reached your capacity right now to where you are. In order for you to stretch past where you are right now, you have to become a different person. And that different person that you have to be is only going to come through getting educated by someone who has already done the very thing that you want to do.
So I was just waiting patiently to really jump on this topic, right? A few things, if y'all don't mind, I'm gonna just hold the floor for a little bit with this
Touch it.
When we first got involved, right? First of all, there's a guy by the name of Neo Davis. Some of you guys might know him, but Neo had a phrase where he said, how much is your job paying you to forget about your dreams, right? So one way or the other, we are spending money when if you go into a job, that's investing in yourself, right? You just chose that vehicle. You just chose a 9 to 5 as your vehicle to invest in your future, right? We all know that if most of us, 98% of us, are unhappy on our job, right? If we all had the opportunity to get out of our jobs, 98% of us would opt out of those jobs. And the only person that can change those conditions is the man in the mirror, right? So when me and Jay and P, when we wanted to have a dramatic change for ourselves, the first thing that we opted out to do is to go find some type of mentorship or program that we could buy into, which will allow us to skip the line, which would get us to our destination that much faster. And for the record, when we did buy our first, I'm gonna talk a little spicy on this one, because when we bought our first course, it was a $5,000 course, and we got beat. We lost money on that $5,000 course. And I'm also share another secret about that course that beat us. That was a black man that beat us. And we're black. Now, we could have did one or two things. We could have said, oh man, that course world, man, they beat us out of 5,000. I'm not ever putting no more money out for another course. But that's not what we did. We came right back the following month and went and bought another course, which cost us an additional $3,800. So out the gate, we was out of pocket $8,800. So, And the reason why we was thinking that way, because we were thinking, well, what are we going back to? I knew what I was going back to.
And what it was going to get you.
And what it was going to get me.
That's right. That's right.
So when it comes to this fear of spending money, we just have to be a little wiser. Like in layman's terms, like you'll go spend $300 to $500 on a whole outfit for a night. In the world that we live in now, once you take pictures and put it on Instagram, it's over. You don't even wear it twice.
Game time.
The outfit is dead. Like, this is foolishness. But you won't take that same $500 and put it towards a $1,000 cost. That's 2 outfits. That's 2 photo shoots. But you won't put it towards the cost. And half of us, now, the cost completion, right? What's the cost completion rate?
Probably about 12, 13%.
12, 13%. The ones that do go and take a course, they don't even complete the course. They do nothing with the course. So yeah, I'm talking to us. I ain't talking to the other people. I'm talking to us. I'm talking to people that look like me. We just have to wisen up. We got to stop doing stupid stuff, man. We got to stop putting all the money in everybody else's pocket. And for the women, right? In the hair industry, the hair industry makes so much money, but we don't own nothing.
We don't know.
And it's catered to black hair too.
Yeah.
It's all catered to black hair.
Number one consumers.
But we own nothing. We don't.
You know what they say, right? This is what they say. The most selfish person in the world is a consumer, because the only thing he does is eat up. Now, when you're a producer, you're giving to the world. But when you're just consuming everything, you don't add anything back into that ecosystem, you're selfish. It's just what it is.
I want to say, it's, and a great point too, Jay, in terms of education. It's just a mindset. So there's a theory based off 100%. It's 80% mindset, 20% skill set. So that's what the education does. It teaches us to change our mindset. The mentoring course that JCL took is to change the mindset. I have a mantra. I have a holy grail that I follow, and it's by Frederick D. Douglass, and he stated that knowledge makes a man unfit to be a slave. So, talking in reference to a slave, what are we talking about here? We're talking about fear. Fear I equated as false evidence appearing real. It's not real. Everything that's great is found on the other side of fear. So let's talk numbers here. Our people spent $23 billion on clothing, just to piggyback on what he said. $3.2 billion, this is last year, on electronics. $11 billion on furniture, and $46 billion on cars. So clearly there's nothing that in those statistics that state what did we invest in ourselves, right? So we are clearly the leaders of senseless spending. So I know this, and I spend money foolishness. I'm admit to that too. I'm not above reproach. However, it did get to a point, and like we all sat down and we spoke and said, how are we going to change our life? How are we going to change the trajectory of where we want to go and create a legacy for our family? And that's clearly what we're doing here. So anyone that has that fear of spending money or what you're spending money on, change the mindset, change it. That's the only way change is going to come, is if you change here, then outcome can then produce whatever you're looking for in this thing we call life.
Yeah, that's for sure. And one thing that we talk about this all the time, one thing we have to remember is the habits that we have as parents are the same habits that are going to be passed down to your kids. So everything that you do that you think is not affecting the generation that's behind you, only thing they do is watching and they soaking up game from you, and they're going to repeat most times. And 95% of the people don't break the program what they were in already. 95% of the people, most people stick with that program for the rest of their life, and they think they're living their life, but really their life is only being lived because they're a carbon copy of the people and the places where they came from. So, that's as far as us. We came into a position where we were fed up enough and said, you know what? We know what we're getting over here, but if we go this way, so you're going towards the unknown is what I'm trying to say, because you already know what you're going to get over there. Over here, it could be failure. It could be the best thing that ever happened to you. But one thing that I've always said, and I'll say this again and again, I will not get to the end of my life and wonder what would have happened if I just would have. Because if you do that, and you'll be sitting like, what would have happened if I just took that shot with that business, or took that shot with, and now it's too late.
What's the theory that you stated about that decisions that we make now affect what? How
Oh yeah, one thing I heard before was like and I might be paraphrasing here because I don't remember exactly, but it went something like this.
You're making
You're making decisions right now. You're making decisions right now for your grandchildren, and they're not even here.
Wow.
Because as it's passed down to our children, and our children are going to teach the same mentality as what was taught to them. And those are cycles and cycles and generations that happen and happen. And these people actually think that they're living their own life. They think that they're making decisions based on their own thoughts, but really their own thoughts of the people that went before them. So really, it gets deep, but yeah, that's where we at with it.
So yeah, man, let's make some wise investments. We do offer a course. We didn't put on this whole spill for you to say and run out and get our course. If you want to do land, we invest in land. That's what we specialize in. We're here. The course is available. But if not, find a course that fits you best. Find a course, I would say find something that you're most interested in. You may not be interested in land. They got all kind of courses. They have courses on cooking. They have courses on working out. They have whatever it is out there. If you're unsatisfied with what you're getting, you have to do something new. And the day that we live in now, the information age, it's all out there, and you skip the line by paying. Stop thinking that YouTube University is going to be the all and change your life, because that's not. YouTube is just going to get you on the outer layer of the game. To get inside the inner layer, you're going to have to pay. So I would advise you to find something that's suitable for your budget. Every course is a different price, and they range. I've seen courses for $100 on up to $10,000. So you find something that fits your pockets and fits what you're into. Don't jump into something that just because it makes money and you're not into it, because you're not gonna last in that. You may make a couple of dollars and you're gonna fade out. Find something that you like, put your money behind it, and let's, this for us, man. We just have to do better than what we've been doing, because as Jay stated, it's just not us that we're making decisions for. Little do we know. So do me a favor, like this video, comment,
subscribe,
click
all of those things. Tap the button, and we'll catch you on the next one. And overall, we are the Acre Boys. Catch you on the next one.
Yes, sir.
over and out.